want to start with the question. Who in here knows what glossophobia means? Anybody? Glossophobia. Who knows what arachnophobia is? What's arachnophobia?
Fear of spiders.
Throw another phobia back in.
Acrophobia.
Acrophobia, what's that?
Fear heights.
Fear of heights. Any more phobias? Claustrophobia. Oh, that's a big one. Are you claustrophobic?
No.
All right. Okay, claustrophobia. Fear of being in small places, right? You have one too?
Triskaidekaphobia.
Ooh, that's a tough one. What's that?
It's a fear of the number 13.
Ah, okay. All right. So glossophobia, right? Glossophobia is the fear of public speaking. Did you guys know there was a phobia for that? I didn't.
There's a movie for every
There is. I didn't know that up until I started researching this topic. It is believed to affect up to 25% of the population. So 25%, how many people in here think they're glossophobic? Oh, okay. Yeah. So not 25% of the people in here. According to SciComm.net, a fear of public speaking is often present in individuals with social anxiety disorder, says Jeffrey R. Strong, MD, FAACAP, whatever that means. He's an associate professor of psychiatry and pediatrics and director of the Anxiety Disorders Research Program in the Department of Psychiatric and Behavioral Neuroscience at the University of Cincinnati. Also, these social anxiety disorders impact about 5 to 9% of all Americans, right? So if you're American, possibility you could have a social anxiety disorder, fear of public speaking and getting in front of people and having some issues. So how do we overcome this fear, right? But before we talk about how to overcome the fear, let's talk about some of the side effects, or some of the things that happen when you think you have a fear of public speaking. So what do you think happens to you when you try to, somebody throw out a few things, the way you feel on having to speak in public? What happens? You start to sweat a little bit? Your heart starts to beat faster, right? So there are all these symptoms and these things that happen to you when you have to get up in front of an audience and do some public speaking. There are a bunch of ways that you can avoid this, overcome it, and I'm going to go over a couple of those today to help the group out or help somebody out who you may feel like has a fear of public speaking. So, do we talk to more people to do that? What do you think? Talk to more people? How about if I were to invite you guys to go to the BX, I'll try this at home, and stand on a chair and just yell at everybody you see in the BX? You think that'll help you get over your fear of public speaking? No? It wouldn't.
Yeah, it just starts.
Security forces will probably come out and tell you to get out of the chair, right? That would probably happen. So what I want you to do, I think one of the ways you can get over your fear of public speaking is to go on a journey, right? And like any journey, you have to take the first step down a path that will lead you to your goal. In this case, the journey is going to take you down the path to becoming a better, more confident speaker. A path that will show you ways to make your goals and all your aspirations come true. Let me give you some advice on choosing that pathway. According to DTM, Dana Lehman, you have to make some adjustments as you start to travel down this path. And everything in life, you have to make an adjustment, right? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, right? So if you want to become a better public speaker, but you keep doing the same things over and over and over again to become a public speaker, but you're feeling like you're not becoming one, then maybe you're a little insane and you should try something different. You have to adjust your gauges, okay? So here's some advice on adjusting your gauges. You have to change your attitude. You change your attitude from I can't do it to I can do it. Say it with me. I can be a better public speaker.
I can be a better public speaker.
Just feel like an AA meeting, right? All right, so the first thing you do is adjust your attitude. The next thing you do is you have to change your desire, right? You have to have the desire to want to become a better speaker. This desire will drive you to come here, and I think some of you guys have that already, to come here every first and third Tuesday of the month at 12 o'clock to work on your public speaking ability. So you have to have the desire, right? So you have to have the attitude, and you have to have the desire. Next, you have to have the vision. You have to visualize yourself as a better speaker and say that I can be a better speaker. and not just think that I'm gonna get up here and completely tank the speech that I gotta give today. You have to visualize yourself being on top of that stage or standing in that chair giving that speech. You have to have the energy. You have to have the energy to sit down and write these speeches out, rehearse them, talk to your friends about them, sit down with your family, and do these speeches and to get through the different paths. You also have to have control. You have to control your day and your time to make sure that you work it in, that you can study and practice and do all these things to help you become a better speaker. And then finally, you have to have the excellence. And the excellence is what you will be rewarded with when you are done down this pathway in this public speaking journey. I would like to leave you with one final question. What do you think is the #1 way to get over your fear of public speaking? The #1 way. What do you guys think?
Practice.
Practice, yeah. What else? Exposure. Okay. The #10 way, according to BrainTracy.com, is to take a public speaking class, all right? So you guys are already at #10 right now. And I'm going to give you the other 9. Get organized, practice, Allen Iverson, practice, 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 and prepare extensively. Eliminate the fear of rejection, focus on patterns, watch yourself in the mirror doing a public speaking event, record yourself and learn your voice, right? Adam and I were talking about this earlier. He says he hates the sound of his voice. And I would agree with him because right now it sounds interesting, but then when you play it back, it sounds really weird. And you say to yourself, I didn't know I sounded like that. #7 is work on your breathing. We talked about feeling like I'm hot, I'm sweaty. Work on your breathing. It's the last one. I'm sorry. Practice some more, right? So we started with practice. We're going to practice some more. And then finally, give your speech to another person, right? Which is what I'm doing right now, giving this speech to you. And earlier I gave this speech to my office, and I will tell you a quick story. When I broke down the whole, do you guys get the advice thing? What I did with that advice? Attitude, desire, vision, energy, control, and excellence was an acronym. Advice. Anyway, when I gave that speech to them today, I didn't have a V, and they were like, "You're gonna give your speech class advice?" And I was like, "Oh, I need to fix it." So anyway, that is my speech on how to become a better public speaker. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much.